Hi everybody, welcome to Blarney Castle and Gardens. I'm Adam, the head gardener, and in this week's video I wanted to start by showing you our Himalayan Valley. You can see the colour behind me. I mean, really over the last week we've had quite heavy rains, and today the sun's come out and it's really given everything a lift and a boost. But there's fabulous colour right through the gardens. But we showed you the Belgian beds and the azalea beds last week, and this is really an extension of this. As you come down from our mansion gardens through the azalea beds, this is a continuation through the Himalayan Valley. You see behind me is our rhododendron arboreum. That's just finished flowering. That's quite an early flowerer. We'll take a look inside that shortly, but the sheer colour around us and the atmosphere is just magical. The bluebells are still blooming, and now all of these rhododendrons are putting on a show, so it's great to see. But there's a couple of things in here I want to show you, so we're going to head on in, and we'll stop at a couple of points along the way. So I stopped off here to show you what is a monster of a rhododendron. This is our rhododendron arboreum, Cornish red. And you can see underneath me there's still a few flowers left, but it's just about finished now, and it's dropped everything over the last couple of months really. This has just been a magnificent show. But I stopped underneath because I wanted to show you the trunks, because it's not just about the flowers. This tree, shrub is magnificent, and it's almost like it's a natural climbing frame. And Paul, that's doing the filming, just compared it to the dark hedges which have featured in various movies and films over the years. Quite a famous road running through. I think Game of Thrones was the latest one, but they are just very architectural in themselves, and this is one plant that's layered itself over time. The tree itself probably dates from the 1880s, around the time that the mansion was built, but definitely one of the best rhododendron arboreums in the country, in my humble opinion. So there you go. So it's not just about the rhododendrons. The Himalayan Valley is a collection of wild source plants from all over the world, but particularly the Himalayan region. And it's also an overflow for our Vietnamese collection. So this is Scheffler and macrophylla, stunning architectural plant collected in the wild by myself and others in Vietnam, northern Vietnam, Chinese border. And I mean, look at the new growth just coming now. It's beautiful. You see all that fine hair on it. But that's come through the winter here very well. They like a little bit of shelter, but they can take down to about -7. And this one was collected by me off the side of a mountain on the Vietnamese-Chinese border. I suppose 2019 probably, this collection. And you can see, you know, 2-3 years growth. It's going to be a big plant in years to come. But the Himalayan garden is quite experimental. We like to push the boundaries and try new things and see some of these wild collections. We have no idea how hardy they are and whether in fact they'll even survive with us. So it's great to see these things doing so well. I have another really interesting one to show you next. So this is this week's showstopper. It's the Himalayan blue poppy, Meconopsis, and this is growing at the end of our Himalayan Valley, just on the corner of our walled kitchen garden. And I don't really need to say much. Look at that shade of blue. It's a very unusual shade, especially for a poppy, but they're quite hard to establish, and this is our 3rd time trying, so I'm delighted to have got them to flower, and hopefully they'll get going here and establish over the next few years. So we'll see how they get on.
Hi, we're here this morning down at the plant sales at Blarney Castle, and I have the privilege to introduce you to our plant of the week, which is Rosa bonica, also known as Bonica 82 or the Medellin rose. It was produced by a French woman, Marie-Louise Medellin, in 1981, for which she won the All-American Rose Award, and then it was marketed in 1982. It's a wonderful, compact, repetitive flowering rose. One of the great things about this is you do not have to deadhead the flowers throughout the summer season, because if you leave them, you'll get a profusion of red hips, which will last right throughout the winter. It will tolerate all soil aspects, north, south, east or west, enjoys full sun or partial shade, and basically it's ideal for any garden. Low maintenance, but a wonderful plant for any garden. And that's the Rosa bonica, or Bonica 82.
And I couldn't finish this week without showing you what is a spectacular rhododendron. This is our very own rhododendron, Blarney Castle. And you'll see it's just still coming into flower in places, but it's this lovely combination of very light pink, almost white, flushed with the darker pink, beautiful flowers. And this was selected out from rhododendrons bred by Mr. Michael White, who's the curator at Mount Congreve Gardens in Waterford. So it's was a lovely gift from him, and we're very grateful for it, and we're hoping to propagate it over the next few years and to spread it out more, both in the gardens and, you know, around the country. So it's wonderful. Blarney Castle has another plant named after it, and quite a good one too. Before we go, I wanted to show you very quickly a sneak peek of what's coming up. The last few days we've been trying to get a window of opportunity to get in with the bees, and Paul very bravely suited up today and went in, and we got some great footage. So we're going to finish with a sneak peek of that, and we're going to give you the main video, I believe, early next week once Paul's finished editing. So that's something to look forward to for next week. Hopefully we'll see some of you in the gardens, and I'll leave you with a quick peek of the bees. Thanks.
So they're storing the honey there at the moment. The weather hasn't been good over the last couple of weeks, as we know. Hopefully it's going to pick up now, and they will start developing faster. Once they fill the comb with honey, they then cap it and seal it with a wax coating. This preserves it for them for the winter.